Well, good evening, guys. It's Martin from Martin's Holiday Village, and here we are with another fabulous show of Coming to Your Sofa. So I'm delighted today to say that we've got a returning visitor coming onto the sofa. He's sat in the green room. I'm sure he's munching on the alcohol and all the butties we've given to him. We don't give them anything. Somebody's going to kick off soon. They really are. And I think I'll know who it'll be. There's a few out there that probably would. But yeah, we've got Lee from Insight Vacations coming to talk to you. But before we bring him in, I'm sure he's pedaling away and wanted to get on screen and tell you about the fabulous Scotland. But before we do that, as usual, guys, make sure you click the alarm bell at the top so you don't miss any of these fabulous shows that we have coming to you. And lots in the next few months. There's going to be hundreds of thousands of holidays and offers and deals, so you don't want to miss out. So I'm going to call over down to, I think it's Derbyshire way, and see if Lee is there from Insight Vacations. Are you there, Lee?
I am there. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
We certainly can. Is it Derbyshire way you are, or
South Cheshire? South Cheshire, yeah. Not too far from Derbyshire.
Oh, cool. So we've got you back on the sofa again. You've a glutton for punishment, or is that what it is?
I think it is. I thought as a returning guest, I thought the green room would be well stocked. I thought you'd have some shortbread there for me, or a little wee dram of whiskey to wet the palate. But it's dry. I don't know what's going on, Martin.
Oh, geez, I'm gonna have a name out there in the industry, and I don't go on his sofa. It gives you nothing. Oh, but you come to. I mean, we did have something planned, but then you came up with this wonderful, fabulous idea, didn't you? About something that's really proven really popular at the moment. So tell us a little bit. What are you going to be talking about tonight, Lee?
Yeah, it's we did change really, because what we've seen in the last few weeks in the last month especially is that staycations is extremely popular. I think people are realizing the beauty that is actually on their doorstep at the moment. And what we've got tonight is a different style of journey. It's what we call a country roads tour. And we're going to focus on beautiful Scotland and give your guests a way to see Scotland in style and a way to go and see places that they probably would never have thought were possible to go and do, especially on a luxury guided tour.
Yeah, so do you know what? It's something that I've thought about many times. Is it the 500 road that's supposed to be amazing? And, and it's something we've always wanted to do. And we're thinking, do you know what? We all want to get away to all these like exotic places, but this country is beautiful. If you've ever, you must know when you fly into places, you look down when you're on a plane and go, we live in a really lush, green, lovely place, don't we, in the UK and Scotland especially. So it's a great way to bring something different. So, Lee, I'm going to hand over the floor to yourself, and you can tell me and everybody else where we're going and what we're going to be doing and how fabulous it is with your wonderful presentation. I'm just going to add it in. We'll see if it works. Technology is not my strong point this last month. We've had some corkers go wrong, but we'll see. Hang on, we're doing well. So, Lee, I will hand the floor over to you. Have a chat with everybody, and we will come back and answer any questions for everybody a little bit later.
Excellent. So can you see my full screen, Martin? Just checking before we go any.
We certainly can. It's got lovely pictures of Scotland and food and bagpipes and so fabulous. Right, I'm going to give you full screen so it's everyone can see how fabulous this is. The floor is yours, Lee.
Thank you so much. Yes, and I'm thrilled to be here once again. And tonight, as Martin said a few moments ago, we're going to actually stay very close to home. We're going to focus on a part of the UK which is absolutely beautiful, and an area at the moment that is booming for bookings. There's so many people looking to go and see Scotland and the beauty of Scotland and those incredible cities of Edinburgh and Glasgow. But as we all know, the availability for this year is running low. So we've actually put together one of our flagship itineraries, the Country Roads of Scotland. So over this short presentation, we're going to be talking you through the highlights of the itinerary and just showing you some of the reasons why it's one of the most beautiful places on earth. Picturesque countryside, incredible landscapes, beautiful lochs, and also the amazing cities of Scotland as well. So tonight I'm going to be talking you through the country roads of Scotland. I've also got another special guest. Her name is Shona. She's Glaswegian. You will be able to understand her. She is one of our travel directors. She obviously Scottish, runs through her veins, and she's also going to be coming on tonight to actually go through some of the day-to-day of this wonderful 9-day tour of Scotland. But before we dive into it, a little bit about ourselves. We are part of a larger privately owned travel company called the TTC, or the Travel Corporation. It's a family-run company. We've been operating now for 101 years, spanning 4 generations. And our company ethos is to put the customer at the heart of everything we do. And that really is backed up with Insight Vacations. We are a premium tour operator. So our tours are on a different level in terms of the quality of accommodation, the extra legroom we give you on our vehicles, the beautiful dining we include, and also the unique experiences that we include along the way. And that's been backed up in the UK. We've won the best premium tour operator from the UK at the Globe Awards 6 times on a bounce, so 6 times in a row. And also in terms of our guest feedback, which is really the most important thing, that when our guests go and travel with us, they come back and they give us great reviews. So we got the Platinum Trusted Merchant Award based on unedited FIFO reviews of our tours. But tonight is all about beautiful Scotland. And now this 9-day itinerary is unique. It's called the Country Roads of Scotland. Now, the Country Roads is a genre of tours that we specialise in with Insight Vacations. And it's about taking your guests off the beaten track to see the hidden gems of a unique country. And it doesn't get more beautiful than Scotland. Over these 9 days, we will start in glorious Edinburgh, 2 nights in Edinburgh. You can always add pre and post accommodation there. So if you want to get there a few nights early before the tour starts, Martin is your man and he can get in contact with us and we can add that in. And it will end eventually in Glasgow. Glasgow is absolutely a glorious city to go and visit. But what I love about this itinerary is those country road aspects, the way that we go and see real Scotland. We see the real people of Scotland. We've got some unique Insight experiences. That's a cruise at the very, very top. We cruise all the way to the top of the Orkney Islands, one of the most picturesque, beautiful parts of the whole of the UK. We also have got 13 top rated highlights included within this itinerary. So when you're in Edinburgh, you don't just get to see Edinburgh Castle from a distance. We go within the walls with a local expert and learn about the Scottish Crown Jewels and come face to face with those yourself. We got 15 superb meals included. That's trendy outdoor restaurants in Edinburgh and Leith to having beautiful afternoon tea at Blair Castle like Queen Victoria did a few hundred years ago. And we've also got 6 expertly handpicked hotels in the best locations so you can really enjoy what Scotland and the Highlands is all about. We actually even stay on the Isle of Skye. That is booked out for the rest of 2021, but is included as part of our Country Roads tour of Scotland. In terms of availability, we have sold out on some of the dates already this year, but due to the unprecedented demand, we've added extra dates, and it's also available for 2022 as well. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to pass over to our wonderful travel director, Shona. She's incredibly enthusiastic about her home country, and she's going to take you through the day-to-day of this amazing Country Roads tour of Scotland, the most immersive premium tour of Scotland available in the marketplace today.
Welcome. My name is Shona Finney, and I have the honour and privilege of being an Insight Vacations travel director. Today, I'd like to share with you our wonderful premium immersive tour, Country Roads of Scotland. It really is the best way to see everything that this beautiful country on your doorstep has to offer this summer. With the Insight difference, you'll find that you have these unique Insight experiences, and we make sure that you have fast track entry to the various sites that we visit. You'll experience deliciously authentic dining with our included meals in the various destinations that we visit. Travel will be seamless and stress-free with your onboard team consisting of travel director, driver, and new for 2021, wellness directors, and we will make sure that every single detail is taken care of. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey. You can travel perhaps with a very small group of family and friends, or with a few more like-minded travellers, but you will always be staying in style, from city centre hotels to seaside hotels to lochside hotels to larger hotels to family run. You'll always get to experience everything that Scotland has to offer. But importantly, you will also have the best seat in the house. Our luxury coaches have been specially adapted to make sure that you have double the legroom and double the space to view from the panoramic windows, meaning that you miss nothing as you travel around this gorgeous country. But don't just take my word for it. Listen to my friend and colleague Mike, who'll tell you what he thinks of country roads of Scotland.
It's the country roads of Scotland. We get off the beaten track. It's not bright lights and thunder. This is the real Scotland. We come off to the little fishing ports. We go to the farms. We go to the mountains. We meet and see the people of Scotland. We get the real feel of what it's all about.
We really do get the real feel of what it's all about. And how do we do that? Well, here's our itinerary. We start in Edinburgh, our capital city. We cross over to St Andrews and Fife, up through beautiful Perthshire to Blair Athol, on the way to Inverness. Then from Inverness, we're heading all the way up to the very top of Scotland, over to the Orkney Islands, then over to the west coast to the fantastic island of Skye, down through what I think is some of the most spectacular countryside in Europe, down through to Loch Lomond, Ballyhoolish, and then finally ending up in my home city of Glasgow. So let's have a look at what we experience day to day. You're going to arrive into Edinburgh, and our hotel is in Leith, which is a very, very, really interesting part of Edinburgh. Lots of wonderful bars, cafes, restaurants, boutique shops, and attractions nearby. For example, the Royal York Chang is only a short hop away. So you have a chance to experience the atmosphere of Leith before meeting your fellow travellers for a welcome dinner in the evening. For some of our departures, we also include on the first night the Edinburgh military tattoo. Now, as a Scottish person, this is something that Scots always want to see and to go to. I remember as a child watching my parents getting excited, ready to drive through to Edinburgh for the tattoo, but tickets are like hen's teeth. Really hard to find. But with Insight Vacations, your ticket's taken care of, you have the best seat in the house, we make sure that you get there and return to the hotel with ease, and you really get to experience something that I think is famous the world over and that everyone dreams of seeing. It's an unforgettable experience. Then the next day, we have an included sightseeing tour led by a local expert. You'll see everything that this gorgeous little city has to offer. We'll drive around, you'll have a chance to take beautiful photographs from your panoramic window, and then we'll included the visit of Edinburgh Castle. This, for me, is one of the most important sites in the country, and you will get to see something we're very, very proud of in Scotland, which are our crown jewels called the Honours of Scotland. Once you've seen around Edinburgh and had a tour with the local expert, you'll know exactly what you want to see and do for your free time that afternoon and evening, and you really get to soak up the atmosphere of this wonderful city. Next day, we're off over the Forth Road Bridge into Fife, where we visit St Andrews, the home of golf, as well as the cathedral there, and the university where Prince William met his future wife. Then we head up through sunny Perthshire to Blair Athol, to Blair Castle. Now, Blair Castle to me always looks like a fairy tale castle, and it really is. You'll have a guided sightseeing tour of the castle, which is exceptional, and we finish with a delicious afternoon tea in the cafe and the little restaurant of the castle. They have the best scones, I have to tell you, they're amazing. And then we go on to Inverness, where we stay in the King's Mills Hotel, which is just beautiful. It has a pool, it has a spa, it's just gorgeous, and we have a wonderful dinner there in the King's Mills. Next day, we're off to one of the most important sites in Scotland, which is the Colloden Battlefield. And for me, one of the best visitor centres I've ever been to, and your admission is included to that. And you'll learn from your travel director and from the experience at the battlefield all about Culloden, and if you've watched Outlander, you'll know quite a lot about it too. And then we head right up to the very far north, and we're going to stop on our way to Thurso and Wick. Now here you have something called Insight Choice. So you can decide to either visit the Wick Museum, and Wick is a really fascinating town. It's an ancient town, pre-Christian settlement, suffered very badly in the Second World War. It was a fishing, very important fishing hub for many years. So you can choose to go to the Wick Museum and learn more about that, or you can go to Old Pulteney Distillery, where you'll learn all about the amber nectar, where you'll learn all about whisky, and you'll have a wonderful whisky tasting there too. So you can decide which one of those you want to do. Then on to Thurso, to the Pentland Hotel, family run, really, really great. The bar there is fantastic. All the locals pile in because it's the highlight of their week. When the Insight Vacations trip comes in, they want to sit and chat and catch up with everybody, and you really get a real sense of rural Scotland with that. But the main reason we're staying up in Thurso is because the next day we have the experience of a lifetime. We go over to the Orkney Islands. Now, I think everybody in Britain has heard of John O'Groats, and very few people have actually been there. So we go to John O'Groats, then we take a ferry across to Orkney Islands where we meet our local expert. The most fascinating place. We visit prehistoric settlement at Scarabray. We go to the picture here, you have the standing stones at the beginning of Broadway. You've got the Hudson stones if you want. It's not like Stonehenge where you're miles away from them. We visit the fantastic Italian chapel built by prisoners of war in the Second World War to stop them from feeling homesick. You'll see the churchill barriers. You'll see where the German fleet was scuttled at the end of the First World War Scapa Flow. You'll have free time to enjoy the capital, Kirkwall, to visit the oldest standard intact cathedral that we have in Scotland, St Mary's Cathedral in Kirkwall. It really is the most fantastic day. The Orkney Islands, I cannot explain just how fabulous it is, and not many tourists go there. This is really a highlight. It's one of the greatest aspects of the whole trip, is this day spent in Orkney. It's fantastic. I can't tell you enough about it. Then when we leave Thurso, we go across the top of Scotland, down the west coast to just the most breathtaking scenery, and we arrive on the island of Skye. Now, Skye is very famous for a number of reasons, associated with Bonnie Prince Charlie. It has the most stunning scenery. It's spectacular. It's associated with lots of myths and legends to do with the fairy queens. It's associated with Flora MacDonald, and it's also associated with more recent times with Outlander television programme, which a lot of people are very interested in. So you'll have time here to enjoy Skye at leisure, or perhaps take a nice tour around the island with us. But it's really quite an experience to be there. And again, a very, very difficult place to visit on your own, because accommodation in Skye is limited and is booked up many, many, many months in advance. But you don't have to worry about that. We take care of all the accommodations, of course. And we have a lovely, lovely meal here in a restaurant overlooking the view from Skye. It's just spectacular. Then we go on back over to the mainland, passing by Colloden Castle, which is an iconic view of Scotland, Kyles of Lochal, just spectacular, down to Ballyhoolish. I love this hotel. I always feel I'm a bit like in Downton Abbey when I'm there. We have this wonderful reception with sparkling wine before we go in to have our fabulous celebration dinner, where you celebrate the new friends that you've made on this fantastic tour, as well as all the things that you've experienced together. It really is a great, great evening to finish off this part of the trip. The next day, one of my favourites, we go down through the stunning Glencoe. We are bypass Loch Lomond, which for me is the most beautiful of all of our lochs. Maybe it's the one, because it's the one I grew up almost next to. Glasgow is very, very close by. And once we leave Loch Lomond, we come to Glasgow, my home city. And we're going to do a panoramic tour. I'll show you all the highlights. We can go in and visit the cathedral. You'll see George Square, which is the centre of the city. We'll pass by the Winter Gardens. We'll be by the River Clyde. It's just great. And then we get to our hotel, and you've got the rest of the day at leisure in this wonderful city to visit either our museums, which are free, great shopping, fabulous restaurants. Glasgow is the culinary capital of Scotland. It really is brilliant, and I'll help you, because this is, for me, is a highlight to let everybody see my home city, which has transformed itself over the past few years. I know for people in Britain, they have a view of Glasgow which really is not the correct one. It is a very vibrant, very friendly, very exciting city to enjoy. And then the next day we say goodbye as you all head back home again. So really, I can't wait to welcome you on Country Roads of Scotland. It's the most fantastic immersive tour. Everything is taken care of. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the Insight experience, enjoy the Insight difference. And really, we can't wait to see you here this summer. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Shona. Every time she talks about it, it makes me want to go there. I've got some fond memories of Scotland myself. I've been to Edinburgh, I've been to Glasgow. I've had a few nights myself on Loch Lomond, and it's absolutely beautiful. One of my favourite places is Glencoe. A few of my friends, we had this silly idea a couple of years ago. We're travelling up to Ben Nevis and trying to walk up the mountain. We did somehow. We got up and down. I don't know why we did that. Must have feeling a bit silly that weekend, but we did it. But one thing you do appreciate when you get up there is the water is crystal clear. in those locks, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I've been lucky enough to go to Canada, and I think the scenery in some of those hidden remote parts of Scotland is just as spectacular, and it's on our doorstep. And to make it easier for you to go off and enjoy, we've got some different options available. So you can go on one of our standard itineraries, which we've got set dates for, but we can also do exclusive tours. So if there's a group of you that want to go and you like the look of this itinerary, but you want to make it exclusive and you wanted to go to only certain parts of Scotland, then you can get in touch with Martin. He in turn can get in touch with ourselves, and we can actually build your own exclusive itinerary. You'll still have all the incredible assets of Insight Vacation, so you should have the wonderful travel director like Shawnee, you should have all the accommodation or your transportation included, but we can actually personalize it for a group of 9+ guests. And I know we've all been locked away in the last few months due to the lockdown and due to the pandemic. And some of you may miss your friends and family. I know I've missed mine. If you are thinking to go away with your friends and family, why not go and do a Scotland itinerary? And if that is what you want to do, if there's 12 of you, we can actually close off the departure just for your friends and family. So we can actually go on that set tour, but you can travel again as a private group. So that is what we can do as well. So as we mentioned at the beginning, it is going gangbusters. We've had so much interest in this itinerary. We've already sold out some dates for this year. We've managed to release some space. We've still got 1 or 2 dates, including Edinburgh Tattoo. It's a 9-day tour. It's got 13 top-rated highlights included, 15 superb meals, all your accommodation, all your transportation, the travel director, all your porterage. So from the moment you start the itinerary in Edinburgh to the moment you end, you will not lift a finger, and you will get to see the very, very best of Scotland. And it's fully flexible. If you book by the 24th of May, you can cancel at any time up to 30 days prior to departure, no questions asked, and you will get a refund. If you are interested in this itinerary, please get in touch with Martin. He will have a 7-page mini brochure that he can kindly email to you, which will again bring that itinerary to life. And with it being digital, I'll have some of the video content located in there as well. And it will go through the day-to-day, again, the amazing reasons why you should go and see Scotland this year. And that is it. It's been an absolute pleasure to show you what we have got on our own shores. And if you are thinking of staying in the UK this year, why not go and see the country roads of Scotland with Insight Vacations? Thank you, Martin.
Lee, that looks an amazing itinerary. Just the locks. I mean, as you say, crystal clear waters. But I want to go back. Ben Nevis. How did that come about? You just decided to do it off the cuff, did you?
We did. I don't know. Can you see? Yeah, see you. Yeah, we did. We got into walking, and we a couple of years ago we went up Snowdonia, and then we said, oh, let's go and do Ben Nevis, and we just went up there and we camped out the first night, so that was a laugh. We haven't done that since I was a kid. And then we got up early in the morning, walked up there, nearly killed us, managed to get back down. And then we had the day in and around Ben Nevis the next day, went and frequented the bars, I think, to give ourselves a little pat on the back. Wow. We celebrated with a day in around Ben Nevis. So, but it was beautiful, and the scenery. We pulled in a few times in the car to take pictures, and it's just incredible. You just don't realise what it's like. And I've not even been up to the Orkney Islands, but I've heard my uncle went a few years ago. It's incredible. It's like a different world, and the history there is unbelievable as well.
It just looks amazing. I mean, I'm a bit like you. I've done Edinburgh and Glasgow and Aberdeen. Had many a fun night out there on the beers and things like that. But yeah, I've not really toured around Scotland. I think it's a place that people, they don't really think about, do they, about going to Scotland? And it's just the architecture, the mountains, the scenery is just phenomenal. It really is.
And the people are really friendly as well. Despite our history, they are really friendly, really welcoming, and they do really look after our guests when they're there. And I think there's a lot of tours out there that will go up to the Loch Lomond or maybe as far as Loch Ness. There's not many tours that go further north than that what we do, and that is where you get that beautiful, unspoiled beauty and just some absolutely stunning places. And the evening on the Isle of Skye is just magical, and the summer there because it doesn't go dark to very, very late at night because of how far north we are. So we've got beautiful light evenings in the summer. Sit outside in a restaurant, in a beer garden, have a little dram of whiskey if you like, if that's your sort of thing. But it is a stunning place to go. When you look at what's included for that 9 days, like I said to you, we're going to Wales at the end of in June, and for a week there you're looking at £1,000, and that's just your accommodation with no meals, nothing.
Wow.
So that's how expensive it is in the UK at the moment to try and secure places. So it is actually fantastic value for money because you are weighted on hand and foot, and you don't have to worry about a thing once you're there.
Wow. So with this, Lee, it's a coach tour, is it? You move from place as a group, and everybody goes at the same time.
That's right. So what we do with it, it's so the inside vehicle, in what Sean was trying to say at the beginning, is customised in the fact that it's got less seats on board, 25% less seats than other operators. But then we also spread the seats out that are remaining on the coach. So there's double the leg room, and it's also double the window space. So you haven't got a seat right in front of you. It's a totally different experience. All your porterage is included. So when you arrive at a hotel, your bags are then taken from the vehicle to your room. They check you in for you. So you're literally given the room keys, you go off. So it's a really relaxing way to travel. You're not driving to these remote places. You're not struggling because there's no phone signal in some of these places. You haven't got your head in the guide, but you've got somebody there to tell you about the history. You get given a little earpiece as you're walking around some of these beautiful sites, so you can sit back and take pictures and you can hear what they're saying. It's just a very relaxing way to go and see a beautiful part of the UK and not have to worry about it, just to be waited on, entertained, dining in the best restaurants, staying in the best hotels, and having all your transport included. If you've had a late night in Leith in Edinburgh at the beginning, the last thing you want to be doing is driving yourself. Yeah. You don't. We chauffeur you to the next place after 2 nights in Edinburgh. So yeah, it really does. It takes all the stresses away. It's a seamless way to travel.
It seems brilliant. Now, question for you then: the military tattoo. Now, that's something that's on my bucket list to do because it just looks amazing. And as Shona said, everybody gets so excited about it and things. But with the price that you stated there, is it a from price, and like the military tattoo would be a little bit extra because of the time and hotels?
Yeah.
And things?
Yeah, that's a from price. Some of the dates of August, which include the military tattoo, is a bit more expensive. But again, that will include your ticket. Normally, it's sold out. I'll be honest with you at this time of year. But obviously, because of what's happened in recent times, we still have got a couple of dates for the tattoo that are available. And as far as we know, we've been in contact with the organisers. It is going ahead. It is going ahead. So yeah, we're definitely, that's something that we would include. And we've got a very, very good relationship there. We've been taking guests there for many, many years. And so, as Shona said on the video, we have got the best seats in the house guaranteed for our guests too.
It sounds ideal. I mean, you're chauffeur driven in a luxury coach to all these places. As you say, you can have a dram of whiskey or wherever your tipple may be the night before. You've not got to think, oh, hang on, it's getting to 10:30. We've got to be up at 6 in the morning. I've got to drive another 100 miles. I mean, how great is that? I mean, that is.
It's a lovely way to go and see it. And our demographic, the inside demographic, they get into that stage in their life where they've been there and done that type of thing, Martin, when they've been a bit younger. They drag the suitcases along the cobble streets and paid God knows how much for parking in the town and then been on those long drives. But our demographic don't want that anymore. They want to be looked after. They want all the stress is taken away. You want to be staying in the nice hotels, the best locations. You want to go out and dine in lovely local restaurants, and they're included. And it, like we've just been talking about, it's that seamless experience that we can give, and the travel director like Shona, they become so much a part of your holiday because they are there to personalize it for you during your free time. But they also become a real character, and they bond people together. And at the end of the itinerary, when you have that celebration dinner overlooking the loch in Glencoe, you will be toasting not just a wonderful 9 days, but you'll be toasting to your friends as well. I can guarantee it.
Oh, it sounds ideal, and it's like, I'm getting on a bit now. I'm getting into your demographics. I think where luxury is like what I want. I want to be looked after. I'm not talking posh, but I just want to have a nice time and not have to worry about things. So it sounds brilliant, and it's an amazing price. I mean, if you think 1945 for that with everything included, all your entries to everything, your food, and you just said there, I quite like the idea that you go out to like local restaurants as well. So it's not just sat in a hotel at the end of the evening having a drink and going to bed after your dinner. You go into experiencing the local culture as well. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? Local culture. They're not that bad in Scotland.
It is true. Like in the hotel that we use, the least beautiful part of Edinburgh is where the waterfront. And it's sort of lots of local trendy restaurants, bars. It's actually a Michelin-starred restaurant right next to the hotel. You don't dine there, but you do dine at a beautiful local restaurant. That's what you want. I think that's what we want. We want to get out there again. We want to. You want to start mixing with people, don't you? In these beautiful environments, these beautiful settings. You don't want to be restricted to the hotel. So on all Insight itineraries, the general rule of thumb is breakfast every day, and about 60% of the evening meals included. And what we try and do is during those times when we do include dining, we want it to be an experience. We don't want it to be a necessity of ticking the box of dinner. We want them to enjoy it. So that's the local restaurant. Sometimes it's cooking demonstrations. Sometimes it's gone to the Edinburgh Tattoo. We want them to really we want the dining to be an experience in itself.
Yeah, it just sounds brilliant, and I'm glad we changed from what we were going to do to this, because this is just it's beautiful. I mean, I'm thinking, can I fit this in between everything else I've just decided to do? Because it just sounds brilliant. Lee, well, thank you and Shona, of course. Thank you for bringing to life this country roads of Scotland. What an amazing itinerary, guys. This is a great one. As Lee's already said, they have sold out quite a lot of dates, and they've got some extra availability. So, now's the time to book. Pick up the phone and give me a call on 0161 735 0112, and we can get you booked onto this. And especially with the military tattoo, because those dates, I imagine, will sell out a lot quicker now. You've got more availability. So definitely get onto those guys and have an amazing experience in this country. So for people who don't want to go away this year, and there's quite a few people that might not be ready to travel outside of the UK, this is a great way to see some amazing places. Lee, thank you. I'll just say thank you for bringing that to us, because it was a surprise that we did, and I'm just like, wow, I want to go. So get me booked on. I'll have a window seat on the coach. As long as I got a window seat, I'll be happy. I'll take my camera and I'll be sorted.
Guaranteed.
Oh,
I'd love to take you away. It's been a real pleasure, and as always, it's a pleasure doing these with you, Martin, and look forward to coming on again in the future.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I'm sure you'll come and do. And I know we've spoke about quite a number of destinations and things that we'll be doing in the future. So, guys, watch out for Lee coming back with some more amazing, fabulous itineraries from Insight Vacations. Lee, I'll catch you in a moment in the green room to say thank you. But guys, once again, thank you for listening in. As you know, we have shows going all the time. So we've got another one coming up next episode. So definitely get and make sure you've got that alarm bell clicked. Otherwise, you might miss out. And when going into next month, which is, oh God, it's May already, isn't it? May. So May, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is an exclusive if you're watching this evening. We're going to be doing offers. It's just literally going to be inviting people like Lee coming on for a few minutes on the show and telling you the best offer they've got that week, and they'll be telling you what the deals are and hopefully some exclusives. So yeah, guys, join us very, very soon for more Coming to Your Sofa, and we'll be back with you all very, very soon. Bye for now.